old one, but because of the fake, I don't believe in any of these wars. It's all a psyop. Maybe people do die in them. I've got no idea. All I know is every other psyop I'm shown, nobody dies. It's all fake. They're just drills. Could you run a war off as a drill, as a worldwide psyop? Yes, you could. How can I believe that? Because they made the whole world wear nappies on the faces for 2 years over an imaginary airborne killer. Feck off. Honestly, when the spirit of God inhabits you, when it passes through you, you just look at these stories and you're just like, pfft, pfft. And it's the same with World War II. I don't know, some of you are like, you don't believe in World War II. I don't believe in World War II. I don't believe in World War One. I don't believe in none of these wars. And if anything does happen, it's just a land grab. That's all they're doing, they're grabbing land. How do I know this? Because they've already taken over the world. The world's already been destroyed and taken over. If there's a bank in your country, your country's destroyed. And every single country's got a bank in it. That's it, end of. I never wore a nappy either, Annabelle. Middle finger. And you know what? I never, ever, ever, and it's been 6 years, I've never caught it. I've never caught it, not once. Not in my life. Isn't that strange? It's because I never get tested for it. Oh, but you could have still had it. Well, don't you think I'd have known if I'd had it? People were laid dead on the streets. Yeah? It bores me, it really does. People are so stupid. I don't know if it was a placebo that they all got or what these Surgeon Generals are showing you on these videos of what they're pulling out of human bodies, apparently, allegedly. I don't believe it. I just don't. If it's true, God help them. God help all of them. Same with the pizza parts, the blood drinking. If all that's true, God help them. May God have mercy on them. But I don't believe that's happening. I believe they put these images and these thoughts in normal people's mind because they've made normal people so stupid. Some of these stupid people are going to enact or reenact or carbon copy what they're seeing. And it does happen. It happens around the world because there are dickheads. Mostly men, not women. Women aren't like that. It's a gift from God to be more natural and nurturing. It's a gift from God. Women are bestowed with it. I'm not saying a man can't be nurturing, he can, but it's not on the same level as a woman's tenderness. It isn't. I don't care what anyone says. We all love our mothers. Father wasn't the same. Even if you had a loving father, he wasn't like your mother. Your mother's the one that birthed you into this world. She has a different connection to you. She loved you differently. Look at the size of General Patton's trousers. What the... She's no better. Baggy trousers. Baggy trousers. General Patton's leaning into the walk, isn't she? Isn't it strange how big a chicken nom-noms look in those pants? It's because she's got childbearing hips. So's this bitch here. Inline footfall, female Bigfoot with diamond lock. Knees are apart. It doesn't matter what you say. The knees are apart. The knees are apart. Game over. Inline footfall. General Patton, let's do the face first. That's a woman, final answer. How do I know? Because the rounded, open eye sockets. I don't know how many times I have to repeat and show you this, but you're gonna remember it. What's the openness of this eye socket for? Right there. Beauty. God gave women these beautiful open eye sockets. Men's are closed in, that steely gaze of a man. It's not their look. That is not a steely gaze. It's a soft-hearted look. She's got an egg-shaped face. She reminds me of someone, the actor, especially here. I'm seeing the same actor, but I can't think of her name, his name, her name, you know what I mean? It's the small mouth and the pink lips look, lacking of a jawbone. That's a female face. That's an egg-shaped soft face with no cheekbones, open eye sockets. And then we get to Patton's gait. Patton's got a lovely gait, walking. I think I've got some nice pictures of Patton. separately. There's a nice one, mincing in front of the home guard. Look at this. It might as well be a dress, mightn't it? Not one of the soldiers are noticing these clothes, not never. The way these women walk. And they don't. It's so subtle. The difference in a man and woman walking is so subtle that we don't notice it in everyday life. But if someone had sat and taught us all these markers, these forensic markers, taught us the kinetics of the way a man and woman walks, our lives would have been very, very different. Because we wouldn't have looked at people the same. Every new person I meet, they get transvestigated instantly. They do. It's a natural instinct for me now. Everybody. It's like when I see a real woman walking, it's beauty. It really is beautiful to watch you walk, ladies. I don't mean when you're daydreaming and dawdling, even though that's cute-ish, but when you're properly walking somewhere, your motion is, what's the word I'm looking for? My money doesn't jiggle, it folds. You jiggle, ladies. And men don't do this when we walk. You know, when a man exaggerates it, Victoria's Secrets is a perfect example. They don't jiggle. They look stiff when they do it. And girls are dainty and flexible in comparison to the stiffness of a man. And that's what I see here. I'm seeing wide, curvy figures. She might be a tall girl. She's not dainty. This one's dainty. This one's much taller. But you get tall women, it happens. They're still women. They still jiggle. General George S. Patton is biologically female. Bearing in mind, this is World War II, so if the general's a woman, that means the Air Force, the Navy, all the generals, the colonels, they're all in on it. They are all in on it. Is that all the pictures for Patton walking? Dang it, I thought it was more than that. Maybe I'm thinking of another general. Look at the size of those panties. She's got a huge camel toe. So oh, God, huge pants. Is that Truman with a short arm? Look how short his arm is. Look at that bread basket there. That's a woman all day long. Men, you know your bellies start up here, don't you? And go round. They don't start at the bottom bit. I live in a world full of liars and deceivers. And they wear these big panties. Men with big panties, look. This one. Oh, it's Dwight D. Eisenhower. That's Eisenhower and that's Truman. Just two presidents. Got camel toe, same as the general. You want me to believe that all this is real? Just like modern day. I don't believe in the modern day bollocks they show me. I don't believe in any of it anymore. Not even Pallywood. They show me all these flattened cities and anything. They could be anywhere. I don't know what. It's just like NASA showing me Iceland as the planet Mars. There's no difference. Just a different story. It honestly, it bores me so much. We're looking at George S. Patton. Probably the most famous general in the war. I suppose on the German side, maybe Rommel for the sand war that they had. But I don't believe in any of that. It's like Dunkirk. Someone said, who was it? I can't remember who said the other day. They sat and watched Dunkirk and it was the most boring dribble I've ever watched in the life. I said, don't tell me the whole movie started on the beach and ended on the beach and nothing else happened. He said that's all that happened. They just sat there and talked. Like, I think in wartime, and you're scared of the Germans coming overhead, there won't be a lot of talking going on. You'd be petrified. When I look at all the old footage of wars, right? I'm telling you now, this is Patton, And there's a handful of pictures for this bitch lot. There's just a handful of pictures for it, and then you start getting repeats lot, and it's done. The most famous American general to live, and you're telling me there's only a handful of pictures. And then you look at the footage of the war, the sinking of boats and etc. Some of it is just so ridiculously model ships in fish tanks. It's unreal. You soon come to realise after watching real war footage that there's only about, I don't know, 24 hours worth of footage in total for the whole war. And World War One, about 24 hours footage. You just start repeating the same shite over and over again. They had motion pictures from 19 whatever, 9 good motion pictures. They was making movies, Charlie Chaplin and that. So by World War Two, when they had colour just after. They never had colour before World War. They just didn't release it till after World War. Then you've got to consider the fact that all the grainy footage, and it is grainy footage of these war scenes, is not real. And honestly, it's that they had decent cameras. If they could take decent pictures, then they could film decent films. They love to tell lies. They talk about Anne Frank, World War Two. Anne Frank, 2 first names. It's a load of bollocks. Right, legal in Latin is bollocks. B-O-L-L-O-X, bollocks. Look it up. That's what legalese is. Bollocks. You're talking bollocks, man. And that's what all this is. It's just legalese bollocks. George S. Patton is a woman proven by the way she walks. So I didn't put your name in the back file. Patton, come here. Oh, did I do Chloe Moretz? I did, didn't I? Yeah. Tweet. Patton should find you. Patton. Search. George S. Patton. Once it searches, we'll do another one. Let's close that one down. Open up a new window. Bink. Rita Panahay, never heard of him. Not famous enough. Jojo Siwa, I've heard of it, but not famous enough. Lee Min Ho. Who's Lee Min Ho? Never heard of him. Lee Min Ho. This is not famous enough for me. It might be famous in Korea, but it's not famous enough for me to put in video. Hardly any gates. Lee Min Ho walking. Oh, we've got gates. Oh, we've got plenty of gates. Why didn't all them show up in them pictures? Strange. Right, we'll start there with that female gate. Look at the side. Pants again. Fellas, when's the last time you pulled your trousers up to your belly button? I'll tell you when. Never! That's right, Marv, because we're blokes. We're looking at Lee Min Ho, Korean actor, singer. There's a nice female gate. There's a nice one. Feet outwards, look. 8 and 4 o'clock. Cross-legged. Boom, shakalaka. Game over. Female mince. There's another one from the wrong angle, but it's a female mince. Arms akimbo. Big hips. Baggy trousers. And there's a beautiful one. Game over. Full mince with diamond. Arms akimbo. Final answer. It's a woman. But it's not famous enough to go in this section. Where are we? What's my opinion on cannabis? We have a endocannabinoid system that builds... go watch my biology video. We have an endocannabinoid system. All life starts from the endocannabinoid. Where are you? There it is. Resume browsing. Look, because I've already done it. I've already covered this subject. No, just show me it, will you? Oh, man. Just search. Get rid of that. So we have 12 systems, 11 systems in the human body. Skeletal, immune systems, nervous system, digestive system. It goes on. We've got 11 of them. They all start from one system, the endocannabinoid system. It builds all life, everything, your muscles, your bones, your reproductive organs, your pancreas, your spleen, your colon, your immune system. Everything is based on an endocannabinoid system. That's why our ancestors had bottles of CBD oil, because that's what we're talking about. CB1 and CB2 oils, CBDs. The endocannabinoid system, the body's endocannabinoid system. One system starts all of those systems off, and it's called the endocannabinoid. You work it out. Let's come back. Rick Steves, never heard of him. I'll have a look. 2 first names. It's not going in the list. Rick Steves, American travel writer, artist, activist. Never heard of him. Images. Pictures first. She was doing a dirty bath over there. Yeah, she's got no pictures. It's just books. Books and places. It's not famous. Bing, face. Close set eyes, small dentures. That's a big 5 head. There ain't going to be no gates. Rick Steves, walking. Yeah, there's nothing. It's not famous. Sorry. Next. I want famous people. I'll pick. There we go. Mandy Kaling. Yeah, let's do Mindy Kaling from The Office. Yes, let's do Mindy Kaling. Why not? I know who that is. Mindy